Hi, my name is Portia Backus with Millennium magazine at the Westgate Grand Central in New York, and today we are here with Dolores Catania.
Hi, Portia. How are you?
Good. It's been such a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you. I'm loving it. Everybody at Millennium magazine is so nice.
All right, so my first question for you is, how has your life changed over the years being in the public eye as a housewife in New Jersey?
I mean, there's not much change for me. I just live my life on a camera now, and I share it with the world. But before that, I'm pretty much the same as I've always been.
Yeah, you did a lot of jobs before you were on Housewives, so
I did.
how does it feel different,
How is it different? It's just like living my life, but I was also home for a bit because I was raising my kids. But before that, see, I've worked for so long because I've had jobs since I was very young. So I've been a shampoo girl. I worked in the jail. I was a sheriff's officer, real estate, surgical assistant. I became later in life because I love plastic surgery. So I had to get in on the inside of that. So
what was it like being on the inside of that?
as a surgical assistant, you have to know every surgery. I did general surgeries, I did plastic surgery, but it was amazing to learn the anatomy of things and the procedure and work with the doctors. And it's funny because one of the doctors I used to work with, one of the plastic surgeons, Dr. Beladen, is now on the show with me. So you never know in life who you come across. So it's important to be nice to everyone.
Did you ever talk about that stuff with him on the show?
We talk about it. Like, he would literally be doing like a breast augmentation. I'd hand him I'm like a surgical assistant. He hands the instruments, preps the patient, kind of like the surgeon's right hand.
And what is something that continues to remain the same and consistent in your life?
My friends that were on the show, that were my friends before the show, are still my friends. I have my best friend from kindergarten, Sandra Dorito, who is still, we get it together once a year because we're busy now. I still have friends from my life before the show, and that has never changed.
And that's like a rock for you, having that.
Yeah, like I said, my life hasn't changed much. I'm just busier, and I've met more people that I would not have. I certainly wouldn't be sitting here if I wasn't on the show, right? So I got to meet amazing people today, and she has a PR company, and I met her my first season on the show, and we've stayed friends since. So
Is there anything else other than that, or is the friends?
and would stay consistent. Everything's consistent. It's just exaggerated now. It's just like I've always had a lot of family. Now I have a much bigger extended family. The girls on the show I've traveled the world with. We've had fights. We've made up. We've cried together. We fought together. I'm very blessed.
And your family?
My family, again, my kids have kind of grown up. I started the show 7 years ago. My daughter is 27 and my son is 24. So that's a big difference in their life. They've kind of grown up from teenagers on the show to these young adults, and now they have their own jobs, so they don't have a lot of time for me.
And are you friendly with any other housewives in other cities?
Oh my God, yes. I like them all. I can't say I've had a bad experience with any of them. I love Chanel Ian from Housewives of Dubai, Leah McSweeney from New York, Dorinda from New York.
My middle name is McSweeney.
Oh, it is good. You are Irish. So yeah, no, I've had so far my life on the show and the other housewives, I've had a very good experience.
Are you like best friends with any of them, or?
So I have a best friend on the show. Teresa, we've been friends again before the show since we were in our teenage years. We grew up in Patterson together, so we were friends before the show, and I have made very close friends on it.
Yeah, you made cameos in the past, right? And then joined later on. Was there?
Yeah, so I was originally part of the cast. I didn't feel it was the right time for me because I was skeptical on reality TV because no one knew what it was 13 years ago, really. It was like kind of up and coming. Me being a thinker and me being very cautious about things, I kind of didn't stay on it. I just wanted to be a friend, not a cast member.
If you could be in a different franchise than what you do, which one would you pick and why?
I'm Jersey all the way. I am absolutely a Jersey girl through and through. I could fit in. I mean, I don't speak highly of myself, but I think I could really fit in anywhere, but I wouldn't enjoy and feel as comfortable anywhere as I do in New Jersey. I belong here.
What other kind of career would you have picked if you didn't get into something like this?
I never really, my career was surgical assistant. I loved being a cop. Had I stayed in that, I would have been on for years now. I would have, gone up in the ranks. I would have become a detective of some sort. I loved that job more than anything. Why? Well, my dad was a cop. I was never up to him, so that was my dream. That's all I ever knew.
You and Teresa have been friends for a long time, so how is your friendship now?
It's very good. We were together yesterday. Our boyfriend's her husband now is close with my boyfriend, so we're close.
Things are great with the boyfriend?
Things are great with the boyfriend, yeah.
What do you like most about reality TV, and what do you dislike?
Well, what I like most about reality TV is that it's given me such a platform to do the philanthropy I do. Like, I've always done it, but now if I put a dog on my Instagram, like the other day, I put a dog up. He got adopted. I've met beautiful people. I've traveled the world. I call it my college years. It's like my sorority because I didn't get to go to college and I never got to travel. My life was always work and kids and things like that. And, I've gone through divorce and I've gone through so much over the years. Another thing I like about it is I'm able to share my experience, a lot of the wisdom I have with life experience with people like your age. Like, if I can just get through to some people and say, know your word, what doesn't kill you makes you smarter. It's so important. Divorce isn't the end. I like to counsel people on getting divorced. A lot of women call me, this my husband cheated on. He left me when I was pregnant. It was a whole big thing. I have women that call me and they say, how am I going to get through this? I always relate to them by explaining to them what they're going through in that minute, because it's always the same thing. I'll be like, nights and weekends are hard for you. You felt like you got punched in the stomach and somebody left their fist there. Once I break that down for them, then they break down and they listen to what I'm saying because they want to believe me, and I just want them to know you're going to be okay. Everything in life is a situation unless you're in a hospital bed. That's a problem. So I want everybody to know, like, enjoy your life. Don't make such a big deal. When I was younger, I would get so angry at something that doesn't mean shit to me now.
I think a lot of people will struggle with that, and having that kind of influence is very important.
Don't sweat the small stuff and most of it.
Myself,
Yeah, and another thing, I've been a friend to people that didn't deserve it. You could be friends with everybody, but not everybody deserves the exact friend that you are to somebody else.
Right, deserving, and also the kind of energy and type of people you're going to have around you. It influences your life.
Discriminate on how much you give of yourself to people.
Yeah.
That's what I would say to young men.
So how long do you think you'll stay on the show?
I'll stay on as long as they'll have me.
Have you ever thought about being on any other reality show? And
well, there's the Ultimate Girls Trip. That would be fine. I don't like to fight with my friends, so when something comes up, kind of hold back a little bit on the way I want to really go at them, because I don't want to cut them to the core, because I do, even if I'm fighting with that person, if I care about you, I care about you. It's very hard to push me away. But if I'm on like an Ultimate Girls Trip and there's girls I have nothing to do with and they cross me, you're going to see a whole different Dolores. That's all I have to say.
You're an observer and a thinker, and you want to think before you say something, so it doesn't cause drama. I like that. It's good. What do you like about New Jersey?
There's something about New Jersey that's very warm and inviting, and people are intrigued by New Jersey people. I had been friends with some people that were like, their husbands had transient jobs, so they wound up in New Jersey, but they were from other places, and they'd be like, I don't want to leave here. It's so warm and friendly. It's tough. Somebody Jersey, I know, and where I come from is very inviting.
Do you think you'll stay there?
My mom doesn't drive on the highway, but yeah, I'm there for good.
Are you incorporating any of the TLC for dog rescues on the show?
There may be some things coming up, so stay tuned. I did this year, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I did. I work with Halfway Home Animal Rescue, and it's a sanctuary. I think you'll be seeing that this year.
So you have done so many things, which have given you so many opportunities, being a television star. So what can we expect from you now?
I never know. Like, I always planned the first half of my life was for everybody that I loved. I gave up myself. I never thought of myself. I didn't care. Big deal. I did that. That's the way I feel someone should be. Because the second half of my life, I want it to be for me and not feel guilty about it. Because I feel guilty about doing things for myself. So I'm kind of working on, I always wanted to be a ballroom dancer. I'm never going to be a ballroom dancer, but am I going to maybe try it? Yeah. I have the time to try things now that I wouldn't do. Do I want to do yoga? I see older women that have done yoga their whole life and they're like, their posture is amazing. They're in great shape. Their bones are good. And even if they fall and get hurt, they recover so well. Do I want to learn how to speak Italian? I think it's the most beautiful language. There's things going forward that I'd like to try to do for myself. I'm just talking. I may not do any of it. My time is there. I have to get used to time on my hands because my kids are older now. They both have their dream jobs. They're doing well. They're there for each other.
Which one week's free?
It feels so good to see all the hard work that I've done pay off because they were my first priority.
Well, this has been great speaking to you, Dolores. We got to learn so much more about you, and we can't wait to see what's coming up in the new season.
Oh, stay tuned. It's so good. Thanks, Portia.
Yes, thank you. And this is from Millennium Magazine.